Scorpios, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are well. I just like, it was so dark when I turned the light off, but then also my nose is just like glowing when I turn it on. So I have to sit like just right. It's fine. Whatever. If I was one of those people who contoured and makeup, then it probably wouldn't even be an issue, but I'm not. So here we are. Scorpios, I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you so much for being here with me today. You guys have the village and the temple, the hunter and the river, the sustainer and the maiden. And I mean, the village is just kind of this idea of like, what do you honor, right? The village is something that limits you. It doesn't, see what I mean though? It's fine. It doesn't, you're limited. You can't get any bigger than the village wants you to get because, you know, it's just kind of like, that's where you are. So that's where you'll stay, you know? And it's kind of like, maybe if I turn it this way a little bit, but it's honoring that, you know, it's like, okay, well, if that's where you say that I need to be, then that's where I'll be. You know what I mean? And it's like, why are you honoring the limitations that other people put on you? You know, like you are not limited by other people. And I think that you know that. And this has been in y'all's read for a minute. And I feel like there's this sense of urgency of like missing out on an opportunity. Like seeing something pass you by and because you're seeing it pass you by, or you can be on either side of the story. So take what resonates and leave the rest because I don't really know. The river is just the idea of FOMO, and the hunter is the idea of really being focused on a direction that you want to go. And I think part of that is because it's like, as you see something go, you're like, that's what I need to do. You know what I mean? That's what I need to do in order to, I just feel like lightening the load in a way, because the sustainer is this idea of like knowing, like I think of like two lions because you know I got all that Leo in me, but you know, like when they play, they kind of like they bat at each other, and it's just this idea of like I push you, you push me, and we both get stronger. And that's what I always associate the sustainer with, because I just feel like, and again, my Scorpios are so ambitious, and I think that you guys do also, you know, like similar to Leo's, thrive on that, like, I'll push you, you push me, we'll go further, we'll get, you know, like this will be okay. And I feel like just that sense of like urgency of not wanting to miss out on that push, you know, so that you can really, I mean, the maiden is like exploration and a newness and just kind of like a light feeling because you don't know what to be worried about yet. You know what I mean? You haven't gotten to that crone stage where you're like, I already know. But I think part of that, because, you know, once you've reached that one area, you know, you apply it in others, but there are still new things in life for us to experience. And I feel like, again, it's been in your reads for a while, just carrying shame because you just thought that's what you had to do. And I just feel like you don't have to do that. And as soon as you realize it, you're going to stop missing out on your opportunity to, I just feel like, enjoy life, you know? Like carrying all this baggage of other people for no reason, or carrying extra responsibilities that you don't have to carry for no reason, just because that's what you thought you had to do. You know what I mean? Like you're committed and you're loyal, and it's like, that's so funny. But it's true, you know? I mean, my Scorpios, I love my Scorpios, and I'm staying with a Scorpio right now, and I love her. She's such a dear friend to me. Hey, Shelly. But I just feel like this, like you're carrying things that you just feel like you have to carry, and it's like, you don't have to do that, you know? Okay, Scorps, let's see what else we can get for y'all. The Hermit, the World, and the Two of Swords. Well, I mean, this is just the idea of like bringing something to an end, cutting it out. I think just really having to pull away and think about why do you do the things that you do? Why are you loyal to the things that you're loyal to? How does that hold you back? And how can you refocus your energy in a way that's healthy and rewarding, you know, not only to the people around you, but also to yourself? Because ultimately, like, you need to be okay. And if you're taking care of everyone else all of the time, like, you're not going to have the energy to love yourself. And I feel like there's just this idea of like, of lightening your load a little bit so that you have a little bit more energy to, you know, sustain a stronger sense of self-love. I'm always for that. Okay, Scorps, what else can I get for y'all? High Priestess, the Six of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Well, you know, I feel like there's just this idea of the Six of Cups is looking back and reminiscing. And I feel like there are parts of you that have just really been reflecting on like, what were things in your life that made you happy, right? We were talking about vision boards the other night, you know, and it's just kind of like, okay, but if I look back over my life and I think, okay, what would I envision my life being like? So that I can call that into me, so that I can experience a level of balance. Again, it just feels like this, a lighter load, a step towards, you know, like what it is that you envision, because you can't really call it into you until you specify what it is that you're calling into you. When you're just allow for your energy to be pulled according to other people, you allow for yourself to be limited, and you commit yourself to those limitations. Okay, let's see what else we can get for y'all. Death, Temperance, Ace of Pentacles, Emperor, and the Sun. Well, again, just the end of something, the end of a cycle, you know, having to really like figure out what it is that you need to do away with, what it is that you need to end, so that you can really, I think, start actively creating that vision that you want. Start actively making decisions that empower you, that enable you to experience a higher level of balance and to embody, you know, like the joy that life has to offer. If only you're willing to honor your own limitations, if only you're willing to honor the stop honoring the limitations that other people put on you, honor yourself, honor your own limitations, honor what needs to go, and allow for yourself to really step into a more empowered version of you. Because that's what we want. Otherwise, I think you just feel like you're missing out on everything. You know, I just feel like you're, you know, but you're like, but I have to do this, so that's what I'm going to do. And it's like, you don't have to miss out on life. Life is intended for living. And there are going to be limitations that we all experience in some form or fashion. So it's important that we not overburden ourselves and place more limitations on us than are necessary, right? Okay, Scorps. The Cave, the Judge, and the Mirror. Well, yes, because again, I just feel like that idea of like you feeling like, well, this is what I need to do and this is why I need to do it. And it's like, well, but that's such a limited perspective, right? And you're making judgments on just like a fraction of an idea, but you're missing the whole picture. And if you start to look at the whole picture, if you start to create the whole picture, because you create that vision that you want, and when you see a direction that you want to go, then you start making the adjustments accordingly. And your judgment is no longer based on a fractured idea. It's based on an intimacy with who you are and what you want out of life. And I love that. Yes, Scorpios, I hope that this resonates with y'all. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if it does resonate, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.